Without too much more from me, I'm going to invite up, before we get started, a 10th grade teacher from Malden High School. Her name is Abbey. She teaches English. She's going to join us twice this evening. But her first talk is going to be very important for all of you because it's going to involve all of you. So without further ado from me, I'd like to turn the mic over to Abbey.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you for being here. So, as Elizabeth just said, I'm going to see you again about halfway through the presentations. This is a great time of year for a lot of reasons, but mostly for us as teachers because we're all planning our vacations. Some of us will be going to the Cape, some will be binge watching Netflix, some will be laying out by the pool, but I know that I have the best vacation plans of anyone. I'm going to be scoring the AP exams. So I teach AP Language, which is an English course, and my students are taking the exam next week, and all of those exams need to be scored. So that means that thousands of teachers and college professors will descend upon beautiful, exotic Kansas City, Missouri. So our exam is the largest exam that the College Board offers. So we have about 1.6 million essays that we need to score in 7 days. So it's much more work than vacation, but it's very rewarding. So the last time I was at the AP reading, I wanted to see if people were talking about what was happening at the event. So I went to Twitter, because that is where people talk about what's going on. And I wanted to look up hashtag AP Reading just to see if other teachers there were tweeting about their experiences. So Twitter is great for teachers for a lot of reasons, and teachers are really embracing Twitter. It's free, which is fantastic for us. It's open 24/7, so we can do PD in the morning before school and after school in our pajamas. It's very short, 140 characters. It's very low stress. It's high engagement because depending on who you follow, that's the information that you get. And the most important part to me is that it's personalized. So I can seek out the organizations and authors and different educational groups that I like. So at the AP Reading, indeed, people were talking on Twitter at hashtag AP Reading and talking about the essays they were scoring and the restaurants they'd been to. And people were talking about AP Language, my subject, and we talked about how we don't have a dedicated Twitter chat for our subject group. So we started hashtag AP Lang chat, and we get together on Wednesdays, a group of about 15 to 20 dedicated teachers. We all go online at the same time, and we discuss our subject area, what we're teaching, what we're thinking, struggles that we're having, and it's been a great little community. The way a Twitter chat works traditionally, if you do one on your own, is that someone comes up with questions for the evening to guide the conversation, and then everyone who's following along with the chat answers those questions. The most important thing if you're new to Twitter, or even if you're really into Twitter, is to grow your PLN, which is your personal learning network. These are the groups of people that you follow and the organizations so that you get the content that you are looking for. So if you're brand new to Twitter and you join tonight and you follow 10 people and you're disappointed because you're not getting a bunch of great information, you got to build the people that you're following so you have your own online community. So that is where tonight comes in. Everyone tonight should tweet to the hashtag Boston Ed Talks. So this works in a couple ways. Everyone received a handout that was on their seat when they came in, explaining how to do this. When you tweet about tonight's presentations in the program, if you put hashtag Boston Ed Talks in your tweets, then everyone who's here can see what you're saying. So things that would be appropriate would be like shout outs or observations or questions or something you're excited about. Another way to just follow along is to, in the search string, just put hashtag Boston Ed Talks, and then you can see what other people are saying about tonight's event. So thank you very much. Enjoy the presentations, and see you on Twitter.
Thank you. Thanks, Abby. I'm a relative Twitter novice myself, and so before I met Abby, it hadn't occurred to me that you could be using Twitter to do more than just complain about the MBTA, but actually for professional development. So while at other events, they might tell you to put away your phones, we're telling you take out your phones and tweet. It is now my pleasure to invite our MC for the evening up to join me. His name is Jeremy Collier, and he is a kindergarten through 5th grade music teacher at Up Academy, Holland. I first met Jeremy when we both attended an Elevating and Celebrating Effective Teachers in Teaching, or ESET 2, conference in January in San Diego. And I think once you meet him, as I did, you will know why we decided we had to have him as our MC. So Jeremy, please join me and take us through the evening.